What's up, Kingers and Kingerettes? We're back. We're back in the saddle again. Yes, this saddle. We're ready to go. Who's fired up? I'm fired up. It's fall, baby. We got snow coming. It's snowing in the air. This is gonna be awesome. So what are we working on? We're giving the flame some love. You know I hate the flame. I don't. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it. Yeah, I kind of did. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Okay, I did a little bit. This sled finally running mint. Finally. All stock, of course. And so, one of the things last year that you heard me whine about, because I'm a Sally, is it's a 153 DTX. It's 700 pounds of muscle, and it's hard to drive in tight Wisconsin trails. So, I got a plan. I got a badass plan, and I'm gonna take you to it right now. Let's go! Welcome, my little pretty. That's right. Power steering, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Super excited about this. This is a performance or a kit that's an add-on kit from GSD Performance, but it's got a twist. This is a custom manual solenoid-driven lockout. What does that mean? It means this steering motor, when it's in sloshy wet snow, it's designed to do ATVs with little teeny contact patches on the ground. And we're going 10-inch wear rods doing this, right? And it's really hard. And their complaints of these is that there can be some slop where you're holding the bars straight, but the sled is kind of doing this as the skis are tramlining like wet, heavy, crappy snow that you don't usually ride in, but you can find yourself in anytime. So I bought this kit from a gentleman in Illinois who happens to be an engineer like myself, and he had come up with this badassery. So what is this, you say? This is hooked to a switch to pull a solenoid, which pulls on a cable over here, which pulls on that. And guess what that does? It fits in here. And guess what that does? That locks your steering shaft 1-to-1 with your bars. You go back to a full manual steering with the flip of a switch. How cool is that? Now, one of the reasons I like this kit over the stock OEM Sidewinder power steering kit that comes on the later models is the fact that you get full power steering at any speed. So, this is what's gonna go on here. We have to fit all of that into that. Let's go. There we go. That's the bugger right there that you're trying to get off. And there you go. That's your steering shaft or your steering post. And you can definitely see what I was fighting there. Okay, there you can see what I was dealing with. That edge right there is supposed to hold that flat spot. Somehow it didn't. It wasn't holding mine. So. All right, there you go. Once you get all that stuff out of the way, now you can finally get in there. Plenty of room. So if you ever wondered where you fit all this in this tight motor, it's tight back here, and there's actually a lot of space in this front bulkhead. You can see here that this little bundle of manifold, it's like your solenoids and map sensors have these hoses coming to them. I've labeled each one just so I don't have to remember where they go, but and then this one up here. And just as kind of a reference, and I'm going to pull this bracket out. It's just been kind of in my way, and you can see I've already kind of bent things around. I don't want to pop something off of it or break anything. So I'm going to pull it out of the way, and hopefully that'll give me kind of these 3 hoses out of the way. This fuse box wiring harness is this big chunk here. It's getting smack in the way of my motor down there. So I got to kind of get that pushed off to the side. And then hopefully I can get the motor kind of positioned where it needs to be, ready to receive that big plate that slides in. Let's go. I'm really struggling to get that thing back on. I finally figured out this is a pry bar that goes in an existing hole in the chassis here. And what was happening was that little bolt that I struggled to get out. Let's see if I can get in there. It's supposed to sit against this side plate right here. You need to line up this flat spot with this. And what was happening is the tolerances on this are so wide, this hole, that this bolt was just spinning in there. And so what I needed to do is come up with a way to push the bolt so that the flat spot was against here so that I could tighten it. Right, bracket is in. So this is that new bracket. I threw a coat of paint on it. And you can see that this will line up, my motor lines up with these holes here. So 3 holes are mounted there. I've already got that set screw tight down there. This bracket feeds back into here. And right in there is the motor mount for the actual motor. And this bracket slides in around that. Really nice bracket kit. Same on the other side, right in here. And right there. It's kind of cool. They put this like little, if you can see this thing here, it's a C channel and it rides right on the factory like edge. Like that edge you can kind of see right there. And it just slides this in and guides it in. Super slick setup. Once you're in, it's in. So, I do believe that was the hard part. Now I'm just gonna hook up. Remember, this is the optional solenoid. You don't have this bracket with a regular GSC kit. That's for the solenoid to engage the, you don't have this piece either, to engage the manual override or not. So if the system ever loses power or when you shut the key off, it actually engages this, which I think is really cool, so that if you're stuck and you're yanking on your ski, remember these 2 shafts in here are not connected. So you just be putting all that pressure on those gears. This will lock in. As soon as you turn the key, it'll pull down and unlock, and then it'll be free wheel power steering again. So very, very cool setup. Let's keep going. All right, good morning, new day here. And I left off saying I was gonna align this with a straight edge along the skis. I can't find a long enough straight edge. So I did remember another way where you measure from your carbide bolts. So like the very front carbide bolt to the very back carbide bolt, that your carbides are the only things that really matter. You know, your ski doesn't really touch a lot of the snow and hard pack especially. So if I'm gonna take and I'm gonna go from the back bolt on each side. I've got one ski that's really nice and straight with the bars, and I'll leave him alone. And I think this one here is towed in right now. So I'll get that measurement and then we'll slowly tow it out by loosening this nut in here, and then you come all the way in here. And I know it's nice and easy to see down there, but there's that nut right there. It's all blurry. So we'll get that loosened up. I'll get this towed out, and then this and the bar, and then I'll try to keep the bars straight while we do that. And then this alignment will be done, and I'm on to wiring, and this thing is done. All right, all aligned. We're gonna leave it just like that. Bars are pretty straight. There is a margin of error. Watch the ski tip right here when I move this. So I'm kind of beating myself up because these bars look a little bit crooked this way. Looks a little straighter there. Well, that's just the margin of error. Ski tips aren't even moving. So we're gonna leave it right there. All right, just getting my wires laid in here. I think everything goes underneath this bar. I think that was the big thing. I'm gonna run it up along, this is my 2 harnesses here. Run it up along the factory harness, come up to here, and then here's a junction where the red, white, and blue all go together. And then the little brown runs over to my accessory plug down here, which if you don't know on the Sidewinder is this little guy. It's just right from the factory. They give you a nice little SAE connector. This is the hot, black's the ground. So super simple, super easy. So I'll just get a pigtail to connect into here, run that wire back up to here, and then that'll power my switch. And the wires went underneath the column here. I'll zip tie all this. This goes underneath the spar and comes back to battery. So super easy, super clean. Just got to get her buttoned up. It looks like a mess, but it's actually organized chaos. Thinking right here is where I'm going to put the bypass switch. Looks like it'll fit great. I can run the wires either following the factory tubing here, or I could even run it inside of the riser, come out, go through here, and then go down to where it's supposed to go. But looks nice and clean. Factory won't even see it, which is something that I wanted. I wanted to keep the bars clean. So I'm just going to pop this bar off and get that secured. Okay, next up, we're gonna get this wired. So these are the wires that come from the unit. Again, this is my switch bypass. So typically you would just take this white wire and run down to the accessory, but in my case, I'm going to be using this brown wire here. But the main wire harness, there's 2 power wires now, one for that solenoid. Again, that's not standard on the kit. So there's my solenoid. And then of course the big one for the actual motor. It says to run it through here, take this gray plastic cover off, go through here, come underneath here, and then run it right along through here. I love it when other people work on your sled and strip out every single screw. Who was this fucking animal? The same heathen on my gas tank lid cap. Look at this thing. It's all boogered up. Maybe I'm just not the type of guy that likes... Maybe I just can't tolerate other people working on stuff for me. Look at that. I can't even get on it. He's got it so stripped out. Maybe it's a she. Who knows? This is the dealer. Ship. Doing timed work. I can't get this off until it's all fun. This is what makes this stuff so fun. You know, undo the gas tank. Plastic nut. Just do that. It's fun. Just take it off with, you know, a freaking pipe. I've got all my wiring done, all permanent, tied up nice and tight. This is a temporary wire. I just want to test the system. So when I jump this, this thing should kick on. I have the switch off. And now the system is in manual mode, and then when I turn it on, you should hear a click. There it is. That pulled that solenoid back. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so easy. I'm gonna go back to manual. Oh, I need to get a gauge. I can't even... Oh my God. Literally. Like that. Now watch this, I go back to manual. I'm not trying to pretend. Wow. Super cool. Okay, I wanted to show you why this manual lockout is so genius. Right now the system's on, and I can just turn, if I turn the bars, it will move the skis effortlessly. Wow. But look at that slop right there. Look at how much that moves before it actually moves the skis. See that? And that's what some people kind of complained about. Now I shut my switch off. Look at that. It's locked. Manually locked. How cool. Well guys, I think that's going to wrap up this episode. Hope you enjoyed watching how to put power steering in a Sidewinder. Honestly, this kit from GSE Performance, really well thought out, really well engineered. I'm really happy about it. Remember, if you have a Sidewinder that does not have power steering, you have two options. You can go all OEM parts, factory Yamaha, Arctic Cat, or this aftermarket option. The problem with the OEM one is that it's ECU controlled, so you're going to be given whatever assist the computer will allow you to have. With the GSE, you get full assist all the time, which is great. Now on the regular GSE kit, you don't have that manual lockout. So that manual lockout's kind of specific to this. And I think if GSE ever added something like that, I really like the idea of a manual lockout. I'm worried that maybe sometimes the assist is a little too much and you just want to feel back to manual or feel connected to the snow a little bit more. Flip the switch, I got the best of both worlds. So I'm really excited about this. This is going to be a huge shoulder saver for me, or hopefully if my dad can ride, or as my 14-year-old gets older and safer, Luella, maybe she can graduate from Killer Bee to something like this. And you know, this thing is a beast in the trails, and this power steering, you saw how easy it is with one finger. Unbelievable upgrade. So super excited about this. That's going to be it for now. A couple more episodes to come, more maintenance stuff, and then January, February, March, I'm going to try to be up in Wisconsin, my happy place. We're going to go ride. Snow's looking good. Ice is looking good. It's the 1st of December. Everybody's ready to go. No miles last year in Wisconsin, so we are pumped. And my daughter is recovering from an injury where she can ride snowmobile, but not basketball, which is normally every weekend in the winter. So I'm super excited. We can just split and come on up for a couple days and have some fun in the snow. So hopefully we see you out there. If we do, don't be shy. Come say hi. But until then, I guess till the next one, take care. Peace.